reason that we're here today is because we want to emphasize to the general public, to the media, to anybody who would listen, that it's incredibly important that we have a long-term FAA funding mechanism, because right now we're working on probably the 22nd extension of the FAA Reauthorization bill, and that's certainly no way to run our industry, and it's no way to run our infrastructure. And eventually down the road there will be some kind of implications in terms of potentially facilities, modernization needs for our traffic control system that are going to be unmet, and ultimately that's going to be a safety issue. So the time to act is right now, and we need to have a long-term FAA funding mechanism, and we need the reauthorization bill passed.
We stand here today with the Airline Pilots Association, the APFA, the National Air Traffic Controllers Association, and the Allied Pilots Association. Together we call on Congress to act now to protect U.S. jobs and ensure that the United States maintains the safest air transportation system in the world by swiftly passing an FAA reauthorization bill and not another extension. Congress is jeopardizing the safety of the U.S. air transportation system and risking thousands of airline employees' jobs by failing to pass a long-term FAA reauthorization bill that focuses on the FAA's core mission of providing the safest, most efficient aerospace system in the world. We cannot allow political brinksmanship to again trump the safety of the flying public or the jobs of hardworking Americans. A broad range of important safety programs and research projects that would help make every flight safer are frozen in place because of the lack of dedicated, stable, and long-term funding for the FAA. Passing an FAA reauthorization bill will strengthen these current efforts, including making operations safer in potentially hazardous situations. A comprehensive FAA reauthorization bill will enhance safety in the air and on the ground. Given the current numbers, FAA reauthorization is essential to allowing our aviation system to grow safely and potentially add thousands of new jobs while securing the tens of thousands of current jobs in the airline sector. The September 16th deadline looms. Congress must do what is right for U.S. passengers, right for the U.S. economy, and right for hardworking Americans. Congress must pass an FAA reauthorization bill that maintains and promotes safety.
When the bill lapsed back in July, the DOT and the FAA came out and they said the system is safe. And we agree, the system is safe right now. But we don't fund the FAA for fun, okay? There's a reason the FAA repairs airports, modernizes airports, have infrastructure projects at airports. There's a reason, and that reason is that by doing that, we continue to have a safe system. The problem is, if you have a lapse in funding, or you don't have a long-term plan for funding, at some point, you cross a threshold where the system is no longer as safe as it should be. That's about as clear as I can be on that. It's time to get serious, and it's time to put the safety of American aviation ahead of partisan politics. Let's be clear. We're in critical need of a real bill. A bill that will provide the necessary level of funding to enhance the future safety and efficiency of our aviation system. Without question, the country needs an FAA reauthorization bill now and not another extension. You know, we've set by, like I said, for 21 extensions, and I want to repeat it. I understand one, perhaps two. People need to have a dialogue, they need to have a proper discourse to come together. But 21 extensions on such a critical component of our national airspace system and our airport modernization programs that the FAA bill enables, 21 extensions is a failure of leadership in the U.S. Congress. It's time to get it done. It's time for everyone who works within the United States aviation system to be vocal, to step up, and to ensure that the U.S. Congress can hear us loud and clear. We cannot continue to function with this Band-Aid approach to FAA funding or to aviation safety. The delay tactics have just covered up the symptoms, and they do nothing to mitigate the problems, which limit the growth of the aviation system and threatens its safety and efficiency. The FAA is not here for fun. We don't collect taxes for fun. We don't work on airports for fun. It is critical to safety. And it's critical that we continue to improve, never be complacent, maintain vigilance, and ensure that our aviation safety record that we've achieved in the last year continues for next year. And the only way we can do that is not have a lapse in funding, but to have a bill that establishes long-term funding for the FAA so that they can continue to improve the system. And who is it out there that's going to be an advocate for us that work in this system, an advocate for the traveling public, an advocate for a safe transportation system? Who's it going to be? Well, I'll tell you right now, the people in this group, we're advocating for it, and we're no longer going to be silent. We want to ensure that that proper funding's there and that that system is safe, not only for our colleagues, not only for us, but for the traveling public. We need the traveling public to speak up. We need the traveling public to stop being silent. We urge the U.S. Congress to pass an FAA bill now. Counting today, yesterday, today, 8, 9 days until this could lapse again and have a dramatic impact on safety.